Did Light retire? Yes, confirmed. I retired. That's why I'm only a caster now. True, true. Smoge. But here we go, spawning in the right hand corner of Amygdala, we have our South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the red Protoss player, the red Protoss himself from South Korea. It is herO for Twisted Minds. And we've made it. We're here in the semifinals, the upper semis. Dark, he is waiting for his next opponent. He's waiting for the winner of Classic and Cure. So until then, we can indulge ourselves in the upper semis. Predictions in the chat are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Let's go. Let us go. It was a fake out. Dark 500 IQ. I don't think it was an intentional fake out, but it all did kind of line up for Dark. That is true. I will say that. The big brain plays. If I go for a late push, he's gonna think I'm not pushing, and then he'll move out. I mean, that's essentially what happens, I guess. So here we go, as we are setting up double gas opener here out of ByuN, going for a faster factory. Likewise, herO himself going for his own standard opener. Also, best of luck in the chats as we get into this. Of course, this is herO's tournament. herO, I believe this statistic is still true. I'll have to double check, but from last I remember, herO, he has won 100% of KSLs this year. Let's double check that, but I believe he's won every single Korean StarCraft League in 2025. Does he have a 100% win rate? Let's see. Korean StarCraft League 2025. Oh no, sorry, my apologies. That was true until last week. Okay, so he has like what, 90% then? Did he not play last week? He didn't. Okay, so there is one KSL that he didn't play in, which was the previous one, KSL 72. There was no herO, and as a result, herO didn't win. Cure won. Okay, so Cure's got his one win. So technically, if I want to correct that, I can say that herO, he has won every KSL that he's played in. There you go. There you go. We'll see if anyone can break that streak. We shall see. As we do have our Twilight Council opener. Back at home, going to Blink. Likewise, ByuN across the map, going for his own 1-1-1 follow-up. And Hallucination will confirm. Does confirm the timings, does confirm the later command center for ByuN. Double Reaper moving in, and herO, he's in position. At least at the natural. Likewise in the main base, we do have some SimCity. Yeah, no way into the main. Oh my god. ByuN almost getting caught. Almost. Raynor didn't retire. He lost in the... Yes. He's lost in the rift. In the void. He's been streaming a lot of League, right? Like, I want to say he was live like yesterday or something. Raynor. He's deep in the rift. Deep in the rift. I think my genuine concern for Raynor is that he is playing in Stars Agora. I hope he's in form for Stars Agora. I hope he. This is when we like introduce. We have like Warcraft 3 mod, like Warcraft 3 Evolution. We have StarCraft Evolution. This is when we introduce like League Evolution into StarCraft. So then like Raynor, he can play like Lulu or Teemo. I don't. That's all I got. That's Mr. Yi, true. There's Mr. Yi, and there's Wayne or Vayne or Vanya. Like this. There's a couple of heroes out there. Yeah, whichever one Raynor mains, that one, and then he can play that against like Terran. Oh god. Then he'll be back. He'll be in full force. For now. Mind drop is attempted. We do see ByuN, he does zip in, does zip away, is unable to unload, but does escape here with him. In fact, just barely, as it takes a lot of hits. A lot of hits to the face. Kai'Sa? Yeah? I don't. So now we're calming things down. Initial blink opener into a third base into his own charge and +1. So just standard play here out of herO, just taking a more defensive route, defensive role. Nothing crazy out of our Protoss player. It is ByuN being the aggressor instead, who still trusts going for drop play. You have the Raven on the right hand side, drop on the left hand side as well. The drop is very low in HP. I would be more comfortable if ByuN tried to make it back home, but I guess still has this to potentially threaten these bases. Meanwhile, herO looking for a way into the main. Does make in. Runs into a tank and blinks out. It's just no way in here, but he does get a depot, not bad. Up, depot's getting low. Depot will survive, and here he does blink out. Auto charge into the main. Again, for now, just harassing each other, keeping tabs on each other's bases. Getting 3, getting 4 probes. 5 workers. 6. ByuN, calm down. Very nice damage. 6 probes do full. Raven survives. Full HP. Can always go back in. So very nice counter damage here from ByuN, as herO is claiming his 4th, soon to be. Oh, as I was praising ByuN, but the Raven does fly over the army. Raven does fall. Here he has that much less to worry about. herO pushing in. ByuN behind this, he has yet to really commit into a 3rd TC. It does break out, catching out a Stalker. It's got to be on herO to slow this down. Meanwhile, drop into the natural. herO not in position. Probe's going to be falling. herO just trying to slow down the main army. Does get a Marauder. Force the defensive warp in. 1, 2 Marauders go down. A very nice trades here by herO. He holds the line. Oh my god. herO trading very nicely here. Getting 16 Marines, 2 Marauders for just 3 Stalkers. Just shuts down a tank. Oh. And ByuN, he's run out of steam. Like this move out was designed to move out across the map and punish the 4th or punish the 3rd. But ByuN, he bleeds out everything. Like I was saying that herO, it's on him to slow down the push, not stop it entirely. That was crazy. That's pretty insane. From here, he's taking his 4th base. Colossal production has begun. herO looking very in form and very in control. Yourself a Widow Mine. This one mine bleeds out 2 Stalkers. And I would say that ByuN is behind here. He's behind, he's in a bit of a rough position, but how do you recover? How do you bounce back and maybe even take a lead? Goal base. Goal base is on the way here for ByuN. It is a little bit drastic, it is an extreme decision here, but if he can get away with the gold, then he can skyrocket ahead. So the gold is on the way, as herO takes his own 4th. And we'll see if ByuN can maintain this gold. So let's push. Oh, bleeds out a medevac. Medevac goes down. Colossus are getting in position. This is a terrifying army here for herO. He can completely just collapse on this army. ByuN, I don't know if he should be here. The mine shots. They take down the sentries, only the sentries. ByuN, he has to cheese it, has to get the hell out of here. Races back home. He bleeds out everything. Widow Mines go down, and ByuN, I don't see him saving the space. It's not going to happen. Zelda coming from behind to take down the tank. ByuN did overextend. GG gets called, and herO, he will take game number 1. GG. Again, a very strong start for herO. I mentioned before that ByuN was pretty committed when it came to his push, when it came to his move out, and I was shocked to see that herO, he made a stand at that ramp. It was incredible just how much value he got out of his stalkers on top of the ramp, sniping tanks, sniping marauders, sniping marines, and barely losing anything. That did end up forcing ByuN to go for the goal base, which was a risky maneuver, but it was necessary in that kind of game state. He needed something to go his way. Unfortunately, he couldn't really hold on to the gold. He tried to push out, tried tried to be aggressive just to keep herO across the map, but as we saw, herO, he was far enough ahead where he could just easily deal with the army. GG. GG, well played. With that, herO takes the lead, and now we're jumping to game number 2. And we'll see. We'll see if ByuN can bounce back and force the ace match. I'm most curious as to what map we're going to be loading into. We'll see which, if we load into a smaller map or a larger map, something more aggressive, something more macro. Let's go. Meanwhile, I have confirmation Inu, the Korean caster, is covering KIRA versus Classic. That is still ongoing. I believe they're in game 2 or game 3. So Dark is still waiting for his opponent. Ideally, it lines up in such a way that we cover the upper semis and we also cover the lower semis as well. We'll see if it lines up there. That is the ideal. New passion project for the Duckling. StarCraft 2 League Evo confirmed. Oh no. Oh no. That's gotta be a thing already, right? As in not League, but there has to, I mean, I guess that's kind of what Warcraft 3 is. Warcraft 3 Evolution. But like StarCraft 2 Dota, right? Like StarCraft 2 like Dota Evolution, like that's got to be a mod, right? Question mark. But again, that's kind of like what Warcraft 3 Evolution is, I guess. Just because you have your heroes, and they are like the core of the Warcraft 3 army. Kind of what it is. I saw Artosis playing some Tempest Riding. Looks legit fun. Yeah, it looks fun. It looks fun. We might do a Tempest Rising stream maybe tomorrow. Might do a stream. Basically all the I say all. I would imagine like most of the like content creators out there probably got contacted by those behind working on Tempest Rising. I know like Pig's already made content, Artosis, Wardy. I think Wardy did a stream yesterday. Winter did some stuff. Like everyone's covering it. Looks fun. It's a kind of game that I don't think I would get into multiplayer wise, but I'm excited for the campaign. I'm personally, I'm very much so an RTS enjoyer. I play a lot of RTSs, especially growing up, not just StarCraft. I never really got into too much competitive play when it came to other RTSs like StarCraft, but definitely have a lot of love for games like Tempest Rising. So I'm excited to indulge in like the single player like campaign and stuff like that. That's definitely up my alley. So I might do a stream, maybe in a couple of days. But until then, we're jumping into our next series, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of El Dorado, we have our next game. We have our South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss representing his new team Twisted Minds. It is herO. Here we go. He's really heroed it up. Yo, remember when herO said it's hero time? And then he heroed all over ByuN? That was crazy. Oh my god. I remember. As ByuN is going for his own double gas opener. Double gas back at home. So once again, something more aggressive. Last game, this led into a more committed drop across the map, which didn't really get much done. We'll see what ByuN leads into this time, as herO will confirm. I played Warcraft 3 in the StarCraft 2 engine. I loved playing Warcraft 3 back in the day. Back in the day, that was what we would do at school. Back when LAN was a thing. Feels StarCraft 2, man. But during like computer lab sessions or something, or like during like free periods. We'd get on our school PCs and we'd share around like a USB with Warcraft 3 installed and play like 2v2s or 3v3s or like FFAs. Ah, those were the days. Good times, good times. I never got into Dota though. I never got into, like, we have a lot of PC bungs here, and there'd be a lot of people playing Dota. I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like, I never. I remember trying to play it once, but I was very confused as to what was happening. Like, for those who remember playing old school Dota with like the hero selection and like the lanes and everything. Like, I mean, when I say Dota, I mean Dota in Warcraft 3. Like, as someone that's never played it before, it's very daunting. Like, I didn't know what to buy, like, from the shop. Like, I didn't know how to build a hero. Yeah. But yeah, for now, settling in. We are going to be settling in. So far, we do have, and again, initial double gas into initial Reaper scouting. So far, Hero is keeping up, denying any kind of scouting information. We do have Hero going for a second choice, going for a Twilight Council into how many gateways? Oh my god, 4 gate blink? This is not what I was expecting here. Okay, now big scout for ByuN. ByuN, what does he see? He does see extra gateways on the way. He does confirm the 4 gate setup. ByuN sees everything, and we'll see if Hero commits. Now, something that I've said before, I think even in the previous series last night, 4-gate blink is a rarity. Okay, 4-gate blink is a rarity here on El Dorado just because you can't blink into the main, right? There's no way to blink into the main base. You can blink into the natural, of course. The natural is large, that is true, and maybe that's the goal here for Hero, is to break the natural instead. But the mobility and the kind of avenues of attack are quite limited here on El Dorado. So this is a crazy build here from Hero. Wait, no blink. Wait, what? wait a second. There's no upgrade. What just happened? Am I crazy? Yeah, Hero, he opened up Twilight Council. He opened up 4 gates into a Robo, into Expand. Like, we're not. Okay, like ByuN, he's getting ready. By the way, he's like ByuN is setting up. There's no upgrade. That's not intentional. We got slow lots warping in. we got slow lots on the. Let's go, Pappy. We didn't get anything. Pappy, what's that? I just realized. Okay, let's go. So slow lots are moving out. Hero, he does go for the gold. There we go. Now we have blink on the way. 5-minute blink timing after the 3rd. After a Twilight Council opener. I'll be honest, I don't think this was intentional, I'll be honest, but sure, let's go. We got this. Okay, let him cook, Pappy, let him cook. It's Hero versus Hero right now, and Hero's winning, and Hero's also losing. There's there's a lot going on. ByuN does fan out with his, of course, Cloak Banshees. This is where Hero is actually in a bit of trouble here, as he does not have blink to keep up with said Banshee movement. So far though, ByuN, he's being very passive with his units. He's respecting Hero quite a lot. I do think that ByuN could be doing quite a lot here in these mineral lines, but alas, he's again playing it safe. As ByuN backs off, and Hero, he claims the gold. Okay, let's go. Hero, he defends against the Banshees. The Banshees, they get nowhere near the mineral lines. They get dealt with in the center of the map. And Hero, he will take said gold base. Meanwhile, ByuN back at home again, he was getting ready for something that never came. Remember, he scouted the 4 gates, like he scouted the aggressive build. And now he can soon move out, as he also expands and breaks open the southern half of the map and expands towards Hero. Oh, let's go. We're about to get crazy. Oh god. So we're going to be expanding towards each other. The rush distance by ground is going to be very short between 3rd and 3rd base. Charge is almost done. It's another it's another fake out. True, Kappa. If herO loses this game, it's also a fake out. He did it just to bump up ByuN's confidence. Go ByuN. It's all fake outs. Oh, we just pulled the boys. Yeah, ByuN just pulls the boys, going for a 2-base all-in. He does not expand towards his opponent. He just sends it towards his opponent. Charge is done, though. Charge is done. Ooh, a couple of cells do go down. Here, he's now aware of what's going on. Again, this takes so little time to get across the map. We get some okay force fields. Tanks, they do siege up, though. And Chargers, they get nowhere near those tanks. Has to pull away. Immortal goes down. Massive pickoff. Getting one. There's 2 Immortals left. Remember, the longer this goes on, the better it is for herO. herO, he needs another warp in. Kill not a cancel on the bunker. He abandons the base, he backs off. And again, time is on hero's side. Just has to play it slow, play it safe, get extra warp ins. Blink is still halfway done. Wait, Jesus Christ. Still only halfway done. Am I crazy? Did herO start Blink earlier than cancel Blink then get charge? That happened, right? I swear he started with Blink. Am I crazy? I swear he did. That's why I did a double take when I saw that it's still not done. Oh, as the prisoner gets caught out, Immortals as well. Massive pickoff. herO getting caught. Pulls away. She in chat. Yeah, here he canceled Blink. Yeah. I thought so. That's why I did a double take. I just assumed that it was done. So you're trying to bait out those mine shots, getting some of the tanks, getting one, getting both just barely. Zealots from behind. Looks like herO, he will barely hold on. Yeah, he holds. He does hold. Behind this ByuN, he's rebuilding SCVs. He's resaturating on 2 bases. And now he expands. Okay. The transition out of the 2-base all-in. Let's go. Now, what did ByuN lose? ByuN, he lost 14 SCVs in the process of this all-in. But herO, he also lost 13 probes in the process of the defense. He also lost the expansion, more importantly. So the game is stabilizing. We're equalizing things. ByuN taking his 3rd. herO takes his own 3rd as well. ByuN is still being active. Oh! Takes down one of the Stalkers. ByuN, he shouldn't try to push up this ramp. He can threaten. Cannot dive in. ByuN is forced back. We have the Bay on the way here for splash damage. Get into Colossus, into Disruptors. herO is taking up. Likewise, so is ByuN. ByuN also working towards Ghosts. So after an intense, chaotic, and very, very shaky early and mid game, I should say early game, we're now settling into the mid game. We're calming things down, getting up to 3-base saturation from both sides. Yo, we got some DTs waddling in. Scans are soon to be available here. Yeah, there is a scan. There's the first scan. At the 3rd. Prism towards the natural. Warping in another DT. And so far this is worth it here for herO. Like, yes, there are scans, but ideally in this kind of economic game state here, ByuN, he wants the mule. Getting more CVs. 4 more CVs. 4 more workers. herO double expanding, getting his 3rd base, now getting a 4th base behind this as well. Whew, we can take a breath. We're taking a breath here, calming things down, both players building up. Now, with this game state as well, because of herO's expansion pattern, he is going to be spread a little bit more thinly than ByuN, so draw play can be more effective, or at least multi-pronged aggression. We'll see if herO can keep up. I mean, that's why it's so important that herO keeps vision here on the southern half of the map. We have observers everywhere covering the main attack path. Here on the left-hand side as well, and another observer towards the south side. So 3 observers covering everything down here. He sees the army rotation. herO, he should be keeping up. ByuN setting up for a push. Here's ready. Here is somewhat ready. EMP's coming in. Decent EMP on the Stalkers. Nice force fields. Another EMP here on the sentries. But here he does hold on. Does defend the ramp. ByuN, he cannot brute force this. Has to pivot away. Does pivot back. Likewise, here we're just building on more Colossus up to 3. Second Robo's on the way. That should be for disruptor production. So here he's getting a little bit out of hand here when it comes to the composition that he's working with. ByuN at the same time just now starting up his Viking production up to 4, soon to be up to 6. So he's building up his Viking count. He's getting ready. That's ByuN still reinforcing, still amassing. Here he does spot this, taking it slow, just calming down. And for the most part here, he should just be waiting for ByuN to push into him. Should just be taking a more defensive stance, at least for now. Here come those disruptors. He's getting up to 4 Colossus, which is the standard nowadays. Just because of how heavy Marauder based this army is. So okay, 4th Colossus has arrived. And ByuN, he just hasn't really been able to gain much ground here yet. Not yet, not so far. Both armies are maxing. From here, ByuN should soon be working towards Liberators. Liberator range, Fusion Core. And that should be the next step. But before we get there, herO, he's maxed. His max is moving up, baits out an EMP. Now collapsing in. That's still a lot of Vikings. Pulling back, playing it, so at the same time Zealots, they do hit the natural. Vikings, they get 1. Oh, barely not. They almost get 1 Colossus. herO trying to zone away. Zealots say don't get in. ByuN, he defends. More disruptors on the way. And still no Liberators. Still no libs yet. I'm looking for an opening. Oh! Going for the dive. Doesn't get the disruptor. We're waiting for the Novas. So far, still only 5 disruptors. They're not all with the main army. Now cutting back. Nova goes off. Ooh, doesn't connect. So far, good targeting. Yeah, good target firing here on the disruptors. The Colossus are going to be going down to the Vikings. All the Colossus should fall. Yeah, the final Colossus goes down. But the ground army might still be too much. There's still 2 more disruptors. Show us the Novas. Oof. Brutal connection. 17 SCV kills. And here he doesn't break ByuN, but he does break the economy. Like 17 SCVs going down. ByuN, he does fall far behind here in the worker counts. Heavily muling as much as he can. Gee, the mule hammer was real. It's a lot of mules. And here he's been freely expanding. Like, because the armies have been clashing here towards the south side, there is no pressure. There's no pressure on herO. Like, he is freely just taking more bases, mining, taking gases, just freely saturating. There's just nothing hindering herO. So he can afford to trade. Even to achieve just double expanding. Going for the gold. Now he's able to rebuild his Colossus. ByuN is down to 0 Vikings. So Colossus are the way to go. Sorry, ByuN down to 0 Vikings, what I have to say. Oh. Now the Colossus are coming. ByuN just being outscaled here. Is down 40 supply. Tries to move in. We have what? We have 4 Novas available. Nova's going to be going up. Brutal connections. Yeah, this time they do connect. Oh, they shut down the ByuN army. There's still 2 Novas available. They're catching out more ghosts, and GG gets called. ByuN is broken, and herO, he will claim the series at 2-0. GG. GG, well played. herO, he does claim the series, does advance on. Congratulations. Oh, he does claim the series, and again, we do see that. ByuN, he just wasn't able to keep up. Unfortunately, he was just being kept busy back at home. He couldn't be active across the map, but herO, he was just freely mining all over the place, taking base after base after base, expansion after expansion. GG. GG, well played. herO, he does take it. What I will say, though, was a very chaotic game. If you remember, herO, he forgot his initial Twilight Council upgrade. Likewise, ByuN, he pulled the boys into a 2-base all-in. He didn't kill herO. The game kind of reset. It was like a really awkward game state where both players expanded and both players had to build back up. It was quite awkward. Regardless, GG. GG, well played.